Hello there everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Between Empires. We're playing as the French Empire, and we've had some trouble dealing with the Swiss. Now, someone actually told me in the comments it might be because the Swiss actually jump over. They don't go to breech loaders, they actually go to, like, the more modern ones, so they kind of jump a step. And that's why it might be more difficult. But we have some new ideas of how to deal with it. And right now, everyone's set up into light companies, in fact. And I want to just try something out. Someone said that you would be able to actually spread them out even further, which I doubt, because there was a technology. There's a technology that does that. I'm kind of cheating now, right now, by putting all my troops into light companies. But we're gonna take the third one, which is the actual light company, and just quickly go here and tell them to spread out. And yeah, you just as I thought, nothing happens. It's locked there, so I mean, if you want to give advice, I definitely need it. But like, if you do, make sure that you actually know what you're talking about. So that didn't work out at all. What we're gonna do though is we're gonna test some stuff out. I have had pretty good results actually by staying back in sieges and doing volleys. And we're gonna try the artillery now instead of the howitzers firing. So it would get a more direct arc towards the target, and hopefully that should work better. And yeah, I've also been able to research their more accurate now. They're about 50% more accurate, so that should help a lot. But before we go ahead and siege any castles, we need to take on some field armies, and we've got one just across the hill here. They've been bombarding us, but I have been hiding well out of range for them. Or, well, they can't. They've been trying to hit us, as you can see. No luck though. Let's try not to die in this volley of artillery that's coming in. Okay, so some shots landing over there, some over there. Seems fine. It's time for us then to move up our troops. I'm gonna move up the artillery first. So I think this is a pretty good spot right here, and we'll be able to shell them right ahead. And then we'll have the first infantry company, the second infantry company, the actual light company, and the grenadiers all move up. And they should all run. And then I should tell everyone to make sure that everyone's firing at will. So it's going to be interesting to see here. The more direct fire has been... It's kind of more difficult to use these cannons because it's direct fire. Or they need like a line of sight to the target, which you don't need with howitzers, which means that in most field battles it's a lot more useful to use the... We're gonna stay on the side here so we can actually see. It would be nice to have like a binocular of some sort. Okay, so right now it's just our infantry. Most of it is light infantry. Oh, it's a kind of mix. I wonder why these guys aren't shooting. Are they out of range? I'm trying to see where our artillery shots are landing. So far our artillery hasn't landed any shots, which I'm kind of surprised. Okay, so it's landing behind. Yeah, they're all landing behind, in fact. I wonder if I move them kind of more down the hill, if that could help, and make them more accurate. So if I like move the artillery closer to there, we'd have to move the infantry units forward a bit. And in that way... And then I can actually use this. So right now it looks like they've been hitting the edge of the map right there, rather than actually hitting the Swiss troops. It is pretty nice Swiss line here. But they've been all hitting back here. Okay, now our artillery shots is firing. I can see 4 shots coming over there. None of them are landing though. It's all still back here. And now most of this, kind of a lot of Swiss. The thing is, the Swiss are right on the top of this hill. And since these guys are firing in a direct arc trying to hit these, compared to the howitzers, their kind of circle of fire means that a lot of it is kind of going to go just straight through here, rather than. But I'm pretty surprised that not a single shot has landed below. Which means that, I mean, this is probably going to work out really well in the sieges, because then they will be presented kind of against the wall behind them. But right now, on field battles, the cannons aren't really working. Also, I noticed that I hired a lot of artillery, or these cannons, but I forgot to put them into the correct grouping. And then actually most of the cannons turned into howitzers, with only one of them remaining a cannon. And they were firing howitzer shots. So if you have cannons and you want howitzers, you can just move them into the howitzer group instead. Seems like the enemy is mostly defeated. My artillery did nothing in this battle. What if... Maybe I thought about it wrong. What if I would move them higher and they would aim from up here? And then they would aim for the target. Right now, literally every single shot has hit the back there. Not a single one has landed in front. I wonder exactly who it is they're aiming for. Because not a single shot has landed here. They've all gone past and hit the edge. Which is kind of weird. I guess it's time to move forward the troops and end this. Time to move over the hill to end this. Everyone into positions. I moved the artillery up on that hill, but I guess they didn't get the angle, so... Florence Nightingale actually shot one. It's interesting, I don't know if I told you that, but Florence Nightingale got into a bit of an argument with Mark Twain. Because apparently they were all joined in with a melee fight during one of our battles, in which Florence Nightingales were basically saying she was taunting the enemy, calling their mothers stuff and so on, and Mark Twain got really angry about that, to the point where it's one of those it seems like those characters don't really like each other. We lost 11 men, 9 wounded, 2 killed. The enemy lost their entire army. Oh, battle against this. Why did... Huh. Order my attack. So we had 2 wounded. Why would... what do we lose? So we lost very experienced infantry. I can bring in one of those. Very experienced light infantry. We lost 2 of those. And that's about it. I think we'll add on French infantry if they're available. There's experienced ones, I guess. That's one. Oh. Okay, now we're full. Okay, so we fought there. Now we're gonna test it out on an actual fort. I'm gonna hope this guy stays away. The thing was, the actual thing that I had planned to do for this video was actually to go ahead and go into Italy for a spy mission I saw that the Pope had been captured by the Italians. So I was actually going to move in to... Damn, have we lost 2 generals to them? Huh. So I was going to move in with just a small band of cavalry to try and free the Pope. But the scene, as it's called, were all broken up, so you couldn't really get into the prison in a good way. So I had to abandon that idea. But my first plan for this episode was actually to free the Pope. We're gonna move in here. We're gonna test out our new strategies. Hopefully they'll work out. In this case, I've already kind of broken these guys down. It was also why I wanted to fight the enemy army in the field first, because I'd broken these guys down to 100 men. But when an enemy army comes and joins in, then it gets close to 200, so it's not as easy to attack. Let's go ahead and do it, and lead my men in the assault. So this is a little bit on the easy side. We might also go ahead and do the second siege to eradicate the Swiss, as it were. I'm gonna tell everyone to run. Let's see if I can get an even spread here of all the troops. So what I did last time was actually do volleys. We can do volleys before the cannons get into place. The thing is kind of to make sure we can do a volley now, because we're kind of losing men. Okay, we only got 1 enemy shot there. Looks like probably the artillery is in place. We got another one over there. And let's do one more. Just got one more. Field artillery, fired well. Actually, everyone fired well. Let's see if these... Okay, so they're landing. I mean, they're better than before. They're better than in the field battle, but still not that good. I wonder, this one isn't firing either. The other ones are firing, so we're got... Wait, we only got 3 cannons firing right now. Which is another problem with them. They seem to have a hard time actually figuring out where to shoot. Or how to shoot, I should say. Maybe I should bring them higher up on this hill. Might be easier to hit. That would be a pretty good hit, because it landed in the trench. And that one was closer. But still not close enough. We're gonna move the artillery further back and a little bit to the side here. Right there. It could it be that they don't want to fire ahead or over the heads over friendly troops? The problem is when you don't volley fire with the infantry in siege, is we are likely to run out of ammo, which is a problem. We got one shot off there. So far I haven't really seen any of the artillery shots kill anyone. They're mostly landing in between the 2 trenches, which is a bit of a fail. Right now we have lost about 30 while the enemy has lost 20. So we've lost the sort of numerical advantage that we kind of had to begin with. Since the cannons aren't doing too well, I'm gonna do another volley. Let's see. Fire! So when everyone fires at the same time, you kinda get a like a better concentration of shot. And we are kind of, I don't know why really, but it seems like we're more likely to hit the enemy when I do volley. The artillery isn't doing anything anyway, so why bother? There we go. Now we got 3 enemies. I wonder, last time I did this, we did really well. Until we ran out of ammo though. That's why I am trying to get the technology of what's it called? Baggage train. There we got 3, that's good. We're evening it out now. But we would do even better if the artillery would actually go ahead and land some of their shots. I wonder, I'm gonna take first company and we're gonna try and advance. First company, hold fire. And then we're gonna take first company, we're gonna kind of put them in column. And then we're gonna try and sneak up through here and get at the enemy in the flank. Florence Nightingale is joining in. Keeping her arms ready against the enemy. Got artillery shots coming in. Shots whizzing past. I should actually set them somewhere better. And set them down there. Oh, now we're starting to lose some people. But with me here close, it should work out. Everyone fired well. So losing a lot of guys in first company. They're down to about 50%. Let's see. I'm gonna bring them up on the hill a little bit. Let's see, do we dare kind of crest it a little bit? Florence has been taken down, I kind of missed that. Got one of them. I found that it's mostly the light infantry in the second company that's the most deadliest ones. Because we seem to have a really hard time shooting down those. So, I mean, this wasn't a great solution to how to deal with castles, but then again, you can't expect to do super well attacking a position like this. So I've got 10 men left. Let's be more bold and move them closer. I've been able to shoot quite a lot of enemies down in the trench. I like the rain has stopped. That's good. But really disappointed in the artillery. It didn't do any better than the howitzers. I was hoping it would do. Okay, Company 1. Oh no, there is Florence. I just didn't see her. Alright, first company was forced to flee. No surprise there, they had lost a lot of troops. I can't hear that much fire over from me, and I can see there's very few shots, so looks like we're kind of out of ammo at this point. We have 64 men ready against the 82 of the enemy. So cannons definitely isn't the choiced weapon, or at least not in the configuration they are right now. It's a shame the mod creator is doing conscription, because that means that we're not going to see any updates soon that could rectify certain issues. Okay, so here is where all our artillery cannon shots landed. Right in between here. And not a single one of them took out an enemy. But it's a nice cluster, and you can see that a lot of cannons just ended up right here. If they just... I don't know where they're aiming. Because it seems like they're if they're aiming for first line, the sort of... the circle in which the shots are landing is way too high. That needs to come down. So they actually lands around them. Anyways, before my entire army gets destroyed, we need to retreat. 18 wounded and 1 killed in the retreat, totaling 100 casualties then. 85 of which are wounded, 4 routed, 15 killed, 50 enemies killed. Which should mean there's 63 of them left. So next time we'll attack will be about twice as many as they. But I imagine at this point that the Switzerland don't even agree. Well, I could give back Bern to soothe their minds and end the war, but that's not what I'm gonna do. Now when I have the chance to keep this war going, I am going to do that, and we're gonna just extinguish the Swiss, especially since we've had such a trouble dealing with them. That makes it even more so that I need to end them, as it were. Maybe I should just pick up some troops here. We've got, first of all, these guys need to go, and howitzers are back in business. They're gonna be 8th, yes. And then we're gonna take on French infantry. And then we just need to rest till morning, and then we'll attack again. It's noon, and we're on our way back to Zurich to siege it once more. Hopefully they haven't reinforced it. No, they haven't. And not a lot of them have recovered. So we're going to besiege this again. Prepare to attack. Change troop deployment. We need to change the field guns to howitzers. No, actually, this should still be field battery, but this should be howitzers. Everything to max. Good. Let's go ahead and lead my men in the assault. This time around, I can still lead 1st Company into that kind of side assault that I did last time. This time, however, I've got more troops. Company should be running, and then 1st Company is the biggest one. Should go off to the edge. Oh, I'm right in front of one of our howitzers. Ooh! That could have gone bad. I'm not even sure where that shot landed. Right now there's only 2 pieces firing. Guess you need to get up on higher ground as well. Alright, let's see. So far so good. 3-3. We're gonna move Nightingale and her troops. Actually, the Grenadier Company is the biggest one, with 37 men, but they're on the wrong side of the field for now. Let's see if we can't get the howitzers going. Even if the howitzers only need to shoot one enemy to outperform the cannons. To think that I wasted all that time trying to improve the accuracy of the cannons, and it just turned out worse. Maybe that technology kind of messes it up. Where are all my howitzer shots landing? I could follow that one, because that one landed right there, and the other one there. None of them exploded though, and the other ones landed over there. So it seems like the howitzers are definitely landing in better ways. You can see, yeah, the shots are all landing in front here. Much better. And now also I kind of note that the enemy has lost 6. Well, we've lost 5. Yeah, the howitzers are much better. It could be that artillery is going to be better at some point for sieges. But right now, it seems like their aiming is off. Like it's set off. Or it could be, I mean, it could be so many variations to why that is. Maybe it's where you place the shots and so on. We are gonna lose a lot of troops moving up here. I'm presenting a pretty... Oh, I actually hit that one. Presenting a pretty good target for the enemy. Oh, I'm just landing all of these shots. That was pretty painless, in fact, to move up like that. But that's because there's not as many enemies as there were before. With the enemy now focusing mostly here, we should be able to move up the other 3 companies. Yeah, look at that shot. That was actually... Yep, they have outperformed the cannons now, because I've seen they've gone 1 hit. First company advance, and now they go another one. So now they've outperformed the cannons 200%. First company is getting into better position to shoot through the trenches. How am I not hitting at this range? Oh, they're falling back. First company will advance even harder then. Get up here. Oh, they're just falling back. Yeah, look at that. More good shots from the howitzers. Nightingale and her troops moving up. And then the other companies are doing well as well. Ooh, look at this! Ooh, now we're destroying them. But it is because we do have local superiority. They're running. Kind of unnecessary wasting all of my pistol shots like that. I wonder, maybe the cannon term in the increase the accuracy of the cannons is an umbrella term for all artillery, and not just the cannons, as it were. Sorry for interrupting you here in the middle of the battle, but unfortunately I got kind of carried away with recording this video and it turned out to be way too long. So I've decided to cut it in two. So we're gonna do a cliffhanger right here and you'll see the next 30 minutes in the episode I will hopefully be releasing tomorrow. With that said, I hope you still enjoyed this part of it, and hopefully you'll come back tomorrow to see part 2 of the demise of the Swiss. And with that said, I say as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!